chosen to talk about today is the nursing facility case study. It's about a 54-year-old male named Milton Jones. A little background on him is he was in a terrible car accident and during a winter blizzard and sustained a broken back with paralysis in his lower extremities. According to a case study, before the accident he lived in a small town in Texas with no immediate family and an estranged wife with a son who called him occasionally once a month. Milton felt after 18 months, after being put in a nursing facility, he didn't belong there because he felt like he was too young and wanted to return to his small town to be closer to his community. There were lots of community options Milton heard about from the DADS worker. He heard about the DADS worker from somebody that he lived with in the nursing facility. He didn't really pay attention to them at first, but after a year and a half of being in the facility, he started thinking about leaving, which was difficult because he needed 24-hour care. One of his friends in the facility told him about the DADS and told Milton to go speak with ombudsman about a relocation specialist. Relocation specialists check data set info provided to them by DADS for anyone who's interested in moving to a new community. The specialist met with Milton after his referral to discuss his relocation needs and conducted a relocation assessment. Also provided him with a description of the waiver services and told him a DADS case manager would give him more information about the move and stuff. The specialist began talking with Milton about different types of transition support needed after he moves. They would help him with whatever he needed. He wanted to live where his son could visit occasionally and be close to a grocery store, bookstore, and transportation to his doctor's appointments whenever he needed it. The DADS office helped him start his enrollment process. They helped him get someone to help with his needs, like going to the bathroom or getting out of the bed, for example. Because remember, he needed 24-hour care, so Milton chose the community-based alternatives program that the DADS suggested to help him with his needs. Milton had to choose a service plan before all this could be settled and done. A major problem there was there not being enough community housing. While the relocation specialist was waiting to secure the housing, the MFP demonstration director was trying to get vouchers for Milton to have help with getting everything he needs. It took them 3 months to obtain one voucher for Milton. They all got together, the DADS manager, the specialist, the services people. They got together to help Milton move out of the nursing facility to his new community housing. And they helped him get whatever he needed, like furniture, groceries, everything he needed, so that he can live comfortably in his own home. When it came time to move, the specialist, DADS case manager, and home health agency made sure he had what he needed and made sure his personal assistant worker showed up. He contacted the DADS case manager about his worker not showing up one day, and they took care of it. They gave Milton their phone number just in case he needed more help or had any more questions. The service plan and the case manager checked on Milton occasionally to see how he was doing. One day, another service worker didn't show up to help him, and he had to press this button that they the people that helped him get, and it calls his neighbor, and it calls the DADS office. So when he had to press that because when he was trying to get out of bed, and without help he couldn't really do it, and he was trying to get to his wheelchair, and he became dizzy, and I guess he fainted a little bit. So before he pressed the button, and his neighbor came about 5 minutes later, and then the home agency sent another worker to his house to help. The agency had to report what happened. After the incident, the specialist and DADS case manager checked up on him every once in a while. This case study showed me the problems that can happen in real world and opened up my eyes to reality. And it also showed me the problems that happen in people's everyday lives, and it can happen to anyone.